Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good rotation of the earth. May the peace of the Holy Spirit be with you. Welcome to the World Crown. For those of you who still use the internet or watch television, I hope you are enjoying your sports and all your favorite media. Excuse me. Because of a lack of contact by the status quo in judgment, and by the looks of television, it means many judgments are still to come. But let me be clear. Judgments are based on conspiracy charges. Supporting deadly and inhuman conspiracies and practices responsible for much wrongful death is like being an accomplice to their crimes. Supporting corruption may not by itself seem too bad, but once you learn about corruption and its history, once you learn about the nature of conspiracies, you will see that the judgments of God's Holy Spirit are substantiated. Welcome to the World Crown. My name is Jose Maria. I am your host. Quick remark for bankers. I recently noticed the new ATM machines in various banks. Thank you. They are quite nice and friendly for people in wheelchairs and even for short people. If your bank still does not have these, one day they will. There are still some old wheelchair ATMs out there, but one day new ones will take their place. For government workers forced to endure, God's Holy Spirit and I are taking care of the most difficult problems for you, so one day we can return back to normal, where leaders will be real people again, and absolutely no white supremacy in control of anything important, no major mafias, no propaganda, and no paramilitaries, which represent the main problems in our world. Talking about AI, we have many leaders you have yet to meet, and some are my age or older. Naturally, any real leader can still authorize AI for themselves to make their appearance perfect, or as they would like. In the end, we will all still discover who is real and who is not real, or no longer with us. Already we have a long list of leaders in business, government, military, religion, education, science, and healthcare who are no longer with us. Conspiracies have a way of being their own worst enemy and their own grim reaper. Communism. If you are a communist, I welcome you. It is time now for better government. We have many good men and women living in communist countries, and we don't want to let anyone down. We are taking the socialism and its white supremacy practices out of this world again. What is important in communist countries is not to force capitalism, and don't call it capitalism, which carries an evil stigma. Just call it trade and commerce, and in all cases, there will be people who will still need benefits, money, welfare, like they have in some nations which use money. Eventually, welfare will be a standard for the most poor people, so you can buy things and still trade and barter. And of course, there still can be freebies. Life is made for freebies, but there has to be harmony and agreement, and nothing forced, generally speaking. Mass media. There is still lots of socialist white supremacy propaganda in our world. To see the better things of your world, look to our playlists and social media, and you will see many nice things like affordable home elevators, electric powered vehicles, things which make sense in our lives. And of course, we promote fruits and vegetables and the best things in life. Mobility. I like the category of public transportation a lot. I like simple electric and motor transportation for the masses, and I've always liked bikes. The motorized rickshaw, the 3 and 4 wheel versions, has a great future, but we must continue to balance our lives with good public transportation to reduce traffic, especially in big cities, and always be working to make it better. If you are a new reader and a critical believer in the television, maybe this is not the place for you. But we will still be here in case you decide to leave and return later. The World Crown is in its 9th year of service. For those of you who know all the problems caused by terrorism, the World Crown will be a sigh of relief. The World Crown is an institution of justice. We continue in a strong justice pattern. Justice is, at this moment, our only recourse. Justice is all that is left between us, the better education, and those of not so good educations, which trained them to have bad intentions and bad habits. Religion. For you who go to church and wonder why your religion doesn't acknowledge us publicly, it means they are unbelievers in the world crown. Or they might not know about us. But if they do, it means they don't believe in man, and I don't insist that they do. I am not a cultist. My job is to make you natural believers in what I do and what I teach. I teach about the news and information emergency and how it can be very dangerous to your lives. I also teach about God's daily justice, which is daily unsensational justice. which is an institution in our lives and the reason why we have so many religions in this world. I also teach the ways of heaven, which is the love of the Holy Spirit. Our Holy Spirit supports all the religions that man and woman, have ever established on earth. Every single religion in this world was founded on what we teach here at the World Crown, and that is religions are a progression of the same faith from the same Holy Spirit. All major religions founded were always a reform of what is currently in existence at the time of their establishment. For you who go to church and wonder why your religion is not the World Crown, as any good religious person should believe and think, it is because your religion's beliefs, having once started in the greater perspective, have become a smaller perspective. Having once led the world, your faith has become a simple religion, unable to see the big picture of its own existence. To lead this world. To lead this world, you must have the mandate, the direction, the guidance, and most importantly, the blessing from the Holy Spirit itself. The Holy Spirit is love. To conduct the affairs of our Holy Spirit on this world, one must see the world as it is and be loving and accepting of humans who are not loved and accepted. It is not easy to lead this world. To lead this world, I have to be able to love the same humans I am commanded to judge. Think of the World Crown like a large family, where the parents have to love and care for all the children, and even discipline those who lose control of their senses and better reasoning. Judgment of God's Holy Spirit has long been a standard in our world and is the reason why we have so many religions. The history of the world and of each nation is one long series of judgments, which if they were written the way the Bible is written, the writings of the World Crown would not come as a surprise. The judgment of God is like the wind, which separates the wheat from the chaff, while life continues in motion. For another version of this address, please visit our August page at MMXII, Orbis, Terrarum, Judicivm, Château Versailles. Welcome again to the World Crown. I welcome doctors, lawyers, psychologists, psychiatrists, educators, tradesmen, business owners, workers, government workers, military personnel, professionals of every field, first responders, religious and good everyday people. The government of heaven is my full-time profession. This requires that I join with, help to facilitate, and take responsibility for the judgment of God, 1919 to the present. Think of the World Crown like your government. Whether or not you like it or agree with it, it still must work every single day like a responsible government does. Its primary duty right now is justice and making sure every government, military, banking system, and major business and religion in this world understands the justice process and why they need to work with the World Crown and be under its protective care. Despite having such great power, we are not obsessed that you stay tuned in with us. But if you do stay tuned in, what will happen later will not take you by surprise. Again, if you are new to the World Crown, I welcome you. This is our first responder address, segment 1 of our 3-part monthly presentation. Our first responder post is emergency information, which does not change very much, but it is updated as needed. Table of contents for this month are the general address, section 1.1.0. Status quo, section 1.1.5. Communication, section 1.1.7. State of the world, section 1.1.8. What is the world crown? Section 1.2.0. Prayer from the world crown. Section 1.2.1. The oracle. Section 1.2.2 and 1.2.3. State of religion. Section 1.2.5. The prophet. Section 1.2.7. Judgment of God in musical chairs, section 1.3.3. Business and banking, section 1.4.1. United Nations, section 1.4.2. The Crown Corporation, section 1.5.1. The Internet, section 1.5.2. JC Angelcraft, section 1.6.1. Regulation, section 1.7.1. Donations, section 1.7.2. Economy, section 1.8.1. Law enforcement and firefighters, section 1.9.1. Transitional governments, section 1.9.2. Health, section 1.10.1. Emergency services, current advisory, measuring authority and various topics, section 1.11 to 1.15. World Health Information, section 1.16.1. Education, section 1.18.1. Solutions, section 1.19.1. First Responder Faith, section 1.20.1. Conclusion and Prayer, section 1.21.1. And Earth Prayer, section 1.21.2. Our first responder sectional videos are pre-recorded and updated as needed. If you are a new reader, we suggest you read all the sections because the World Crown is the government of heaven, as we advertise. The World Crown is substantiated. Otherwise, I would not waste my time. I am a very practical man who does not like my time wasted. I also have 2 aging parents who I love very much and who require a good amount of my personal time. The World Crown is an emergency organizational solution for our world. Since starting 9 years ago, we have received no complaints or calls to agree or disagree with our presence. The World Crown is the better status quo. Stick with us.